Yo.
Sup?
Are you comfortable?
I'm feeling great.
All right.
It's my type of weather outside.
Is it? It's cold. Last 2 days.
I noticed y'all
Go,
both
go.
on have on like hoodies, and
I made a move when I left
I'm
the house.
rocking the short sleeve shirts. I don't think we're experiencing the same temperature outside.
I went hoodie, no shirt. So this is it.
Oh, that's a weird. I don't
It's
like.
a comfy vibe. I'm telling you.
You got to have a t-shirt on underneath.
It's an overcommitment.
Not with this nice fleece material on the inside. It feels great.
Oh, it's an overcommitment though. 'Cause
Oh, no.
If you get hot, I mean, if you're only going for a short time, that's
I'll
fine.
take my shirt off.
But if you're gone all day, it's too much for me. That's an overcommitment.
You didn't spend all day outside, so that's why you can wear short sleeves.
I've been inside most of the day.
Right. I've been outside most of the day, so that's why I look the way I look.
But it's, I mean, what is it outside? 65
It
degrees?
is warmed up, and I should have taken the
I was
sweatshirt
going to
off.
say, it's
but,
65 degrees. That's not sweatshirt weather for me.
but it was 39 this morning.
That sweatshirt weather.
Yeah.
I've been cold all day because we ain't turned our heat on, so it was like 62 degrees in my house all day.
It might have been
And that's cold inside.
55 in my house this morning.
That's
It was
nice.
cold.
It's cold.
It
My
wasn't
toes
nice.
were-
It was cold.
My toes were cold.
Yeah. it was cold.
I'm not turning the heat on.
I was looking for the electric blanket.
I did today.
I'm not. All
You turned it on?
Yeah, I put it to 66.
Really? It's going to be like in the 70s next week.
I know. My toes were freezing, though.
Come on. Come on,
I'm
man.
getting soft in my age.
I'm
How much did Rebecca have to do with this?
She wasn't there. She said it was cold this morning when she woke up to go to work.
But she's not like, please let us turn the heat on, please.
No, because I told her I wasn't. Then I called her and told her I was.
Oh man.
What was she gonna say?
Turn the heat on.
I'm trying to go to January without turning the heat on. See if I can make it.
Let me know how
I did
that
that
works
in high
out.
school. I wore shorts all year round just because I could. My mom didn't dress me anymore. Said I'm not gonna get cold. I wore shorts.
I wear shorts. Well, this morning it was colder than I normally would to wear shorts. But I toughed it out because I'm a tough guy.
You're a tough guy, Jody.
But in the
not.
40s, like 45 and up, I can wear shorts. Under 45, I'm like, whew, I can't take it. But I took it today. Struggled, but I made it. Doom and gloom. I got doom and gloom. Y'all ready?
Knock it out.
Oh, what's shutting down now?
The world.
How did you guess?
You always got something that's closing.
I know.
You
Dollar
haven't told
Generals,
us
Family
anything
Dollars.
new that's opening lately.
I
Everything's
don't-
just closing.
You know, there was, I did read a story, but it's like a Halloween store that they closed 15 or 20 years ago, and now they're reopened like 20 stores this year.
like that
But I've
spirit of
never
Halloween.
heard. That's
thing.
it.
Yeah,
That's it. I've never heard of it.
There's one in Tuscaloosa, right up the road.
they're creepy. Not a fan.
Yeah.
They're shutting them down now.
No, they're opening them back
They're
up.
re-
They
Reopen
opened
it?
them up.
Oh.
Yeah, they've been shut down for
Bummer.
15, 20 years, and they've just recently opened them back up.
No, really. I've seen them. I've seen some in my kid's lifetime, so I know
I'm just telling you what the story said.
somebody was. They've been around. Have y'all seen any? You been to one, Spencer?
I've never been to one.
There was one near Central Georgia that we went to one time.
Sure.
I'm positive. Lexi has some pretty
Was it
severe.
Halloween the Spirit? Maybe? You're just getting the words mixed up?
I'll have to get Missy to clarify for me, but I'm pretty certain.
Okay.
Never went to those.
They're
There was a-
usually in abandoned, like, places, like big storefronts that are shut down. Like, say it's an empty box store, and they just pop up for the season, and then they go away right afterwards.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. Is that their model? Did you? You didn't read the article enough to know.
No. Once I saw that I didn't recognize the name, I'm like, I'm done with the article.
Mm.
So. All right, Walgreens is planning a significant scale down. Have we talked about Walgreens? Didn't we, in passing, it was used as an example of one of the companies that's scaling back this year?
It was. You mentioned it
Yeah.
at some point.
It says the national pharmacy chain has said that it will be closing around 1,200 stores across the country over the next 3 years.
So they're no longer on the corner of healthy and happy.
It's not.
They're
While
on
Walgreens,
sad and broke.
their fourth quarter earnings beat expectations, the company still reported a net loss of $3 billion.
Ooh.
How do you lose that? What have you got in the bank? I mean, what does it look like?
Debt.
No, see, I
Stock-
don't think it's you lost it.
Yeah,
Right. It's your.
It's going against the value of your company.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
still.
It's your what you're taking in versus what you're spending out.
Yeah.
I don't think you're actually going in a hole that kind of money, right?
No.
I don't think. I don't know.
Some of the other Target previously announced plans to close several stores, while CVS was forced to close stores and decrease pharmacy hours due to issues finding qualified pharmacists to work.
Well, you need one of those for the pharmacy to be open.
Other
Or you just have a drug dealer.
Yeah. Bed Bath & Beyond, Christmas tree shops, Tuesday mornings, Big Lots, and Express. Express?
Don't know that one.
They also are struggling change right now.
Have y'all been around people from the generation ahead of us, or a couple of generations ahead of us, that call the pharmacist a druggist? Y'all ever been around some senior
No.
adults that say
Not
that?
the druggist, but the drugstore.
No, I got some that call them the druggist. That was a new term for me.
So what if
Strange.
the pharmacist called you the druggee?
I guess that's it.
Would you be all right with that?
I'm sure in some circle they do call us that, don't you guess?
Yeah.
When they're at their convention, hanging out.
I've got another shocker right here. Another doom and gloom.
Oh, no.
You want to hear about it?
Sure.
Okay. So Walmart.
Shutting down. No way.
Settle down.
No
Don't get this
way.
It's taking over Walgreens.
They revealed a list of 11 stores in several states set to close in October.
What?
With California being the most affected. There'll be closures in Ohio, Colorado, Wisconsin, Georgia,
Oh,
and Maryland,
wow.
otherwise known as Maryland.
Wow.
Maryland.
Yeah.
How many do they, like, and you may not know this, you may not even have that in front of you. Is that an average thing? Like, Walmart kind of opens some new stores, closes some stores.
Well, this is just because of the poor sales for these. I know last year, I think Chicago, some heavy theft, stuff like that, they finally just like, we're done.
Shut them down?
Yeah.
Wow.
So they were never known for closing stores. When I was with them and years after, that's just something they didn't do. And then now you're starting to see.
So,
You know.
even if it was a low performer, they just keep on,
Yeah.
let the profits from the other guys carry
Yeah.
them.
There was a store probably within 30 miles of the one I worked at. That store never was profitable, lost money for at least the last 20 years it was open, but it was just open for the community.
Oh.
So
Well, they need.
I guess
some,
they're not in that game anymore.
They need some tax breaks somewhere,
guess
though.
so.
They're
I
like,
guess so.
we got to have a loss somewhere. Thank goodness we got a loser manager there.
Yeah.
Is that what they say?
I guess so.
Keep up the good work, buddy. Oh man,
What else
Jody,
we got? I got all kinds of things right
Walmart
here.
is shutting a store down.
Yeah.
21? Is that what you said? Or
11.
I multiplied.
Did you? You came up with 21?
By 10. I don't know what I multiplied. 1 by 10. And
My kind of math.
added 1.
I'm very lost right now.
Are you?
I was zoned out for the past couple minutes. Not gonna lie.
Did you? Mm-hmm. That's typical, though, right?
I just tuned into Josh doing math, and that shocked me a little bit.
Take your hat off so I can see your eyes.
I'm good.
All right, then.
I thank you.
Wow. He just said no.
Yeah,
Not going to
shut
happen.
me down.
I put a hat on for a reason.
He might have Nicholas hair under there. That might be what
I do.
happened. If he takes his hat off, you'll say, brush your hair.
What did you have before you had hat hair? Because now when you take it off, it's going to be hat hair.
It was
Which
bed,
is
it was
worse.
bedhead. That's what
Bedhead.
it was. I've been lazy all day.
I don't blame you. Because you was off today, right?
Yeah.
What'd you do? Anything? Accomplish anything?
Ate 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for lunch.
I mean, that's called survival. I mean, you have to do that.
Well, it accomplished something. Filled me up.
Did you look out the window? Did you watch anything on TV?
I did watch a lot of YouTube this morning.
Did you take a nap?
I did not.
I kind of felt like he took a nap.
I did not. I woke up
I
at
believe you,
9:30 and just been sitting there chilling.
I was going to say, I thought he was going to say, I woke up at 1:30 and I didn't take a nap since.
Yeah.
I literally texted the group chat at 11:30 to this morning, which was kind of a shocker on a Thursday.
Yeah.
If I'm taking the day off, I usually sleep all day.
Sleeping your life away.
Jody, what's sleeping in your world?
6.
If you say, I slept in,
About 6 o'clock is all I can handle.
that's the best you got.
Yeah. Because my body wakes me up.
9 sleeping in my world now.
Is it?
If I slept till 9, I go, whoa.
If I slept till 9, I went to bed at 3 a.m. That's the way it works in my world.
The other night I went to bed at 7:30. I was asleep by 7:30, like asleep, not just in bed, and slept without moving until 6:30 the next morning.
You was tired.
It was
That's
great.
what that was.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I was tired. I had a headache, got some good food in my stomach, and then went and knocked out.
Would you rather fall asleep in like the recliner and then
No.
wake up and go to bed?
Oh.
Or would you like, I'm tired, I'm just going to go ahead and go to bed?
I'd rather just go to bed because I don't want to wake up and move.
That's me. I'm in a bad, if I wake up, I'm in a bad mood because I'm like, God, I'm not in the bed. Get up.
We had this discussion at our house the other night. What if you fall asleep like with the lights on? Are you disappointed later when you turn the light off? You're like, I could have been sleeping better if the lights had been off. Do y'all ever have that?
If I fall asleep with the lights on,
That's how I fix that.
then I'm tired because light throws me off with sleep, and so
We talked about it at our house that sometimes you'll fall asleep and there's a lamp on or something, and then when it cuts off, it's just like there's this, your eyes almost feel relaxed, and you go, I could have been sleeping so much better. Why didn't I turn that lamp off?
Well, this is my
7 hours ago.
Yeah, my world. Maybe the last 2 months. Well, it might not even be 2 months, but we've always have the TV on in the bedroom, and I've gotten to where I do not want any light at all. So I've finally gotten where I'm turning the TV off, and she's not turning it on when she comes to bed. And we've talked about this, so she's agreed, and we've done that. Well, now like last night, I think we sleep with the fan on. And it's got like 12 settings, like, all the way to 12.
12?
Yeah,
That's a fancy fan.
I got 3.
Yeah.
High, medium, low.
That's
Yeah,
my
well, it
type of
goes,
fan. I got the Walmart special.
It scales up. Every time you hit it, it goes all the way up to 12. 12, you're hearing it. You can hear nothing else.
And a hurricane come in there.
So I got it up like to 4. I'm like, I don't want the fan on because it's cold in the house. And we've got the fan turned where it's like just facing a wall. So
You're
it's
just
hitting the
have
wall.
it for noise at that point.
Noise, that's it. So I like hit it on 4, and it's just enough you can hear or whatever like that, but it's not enough. Well, I woke up and the TV was on last night, so apparently I think the fan was off, but the TV's on and the volume's up just a little bit to where I can hear with it. So I guess that's what we're dealing with now since it's cold. So
You need a heater. That's what you need.
a heater
A heater.
A heater.
to sleep.
Yeah. Turn
I'd rather sleep cold.
one that's got a blower on it.
Oh.
One of those forced
Could
air
you sleep
heater.
though with a heater on it?
Well, then you
No.
turn the house heater off and you just have that one on. I'm trying to help you out here.
He's trying to burn down your house,
That's what
Jody.
I'm thinking.
No, this is an electric one. You'll be fine.
No.
You'll be fine.
Said the person that burned their house down last time. You'll be fine.
No
Where's your
problem
house
here.
out there, pal?
I've got a little Chihuahua though. If I had that on, she's like, I've got a little heater like this size right here. It's just like a small little box looking thing, about the smallest heater you can get, and it's in the bathroom. Turn it on when you take a shower. And
Those
stuff
things will
like
put
that.
off some heat.
Yeah, they do. I guess because it's like you got a closet sized room. It's going to heat it up pretty.
It's called a
quick.
space heater for a reason, I guess.
I guess so.
Heats up a space pretty good.
You turn that thing on, and my little dog, my little Chihuahua, she gets up there, and it's like this mic. This is how close she is to it. And you put your hand up to that heater, it's like, that is hot. And she's just right here. Like, that's how she gets her superpower, all that heat. I don't know if she absorbs it. But
radiation.
She is a tough little dog. I don't know how, but she loves heat. And she's right up against. I'm like, how are you not burning? I'm waiting to see smoke come off of her. But every day. I do
dog.
it, even in the summertime. She's up against that because she's over there just shaking. Just shaking. Like crazy.
That's wild.
And you talk about I don't know, have y'all ever experienced a Chihuahua? Have you ever been around one?
A little bit.
So, if the TV, if it's on there, like when you need to change the batteries on your fire extinguisher, or
Beep.
not your fire extinguisher,
fire alarm.
Yeah, your alarm. It chirps. Beep. That little thing.
I know what you're
Well, if
talking
it ever happens on TV or anything like that, it messes her world up for at least an hour. She starts shaking and looking around, and she's like under the couch and all that, just from that little chirp. And I don't get it.
So you can't watch action-packed movies.
Well,
at
you
your
have to
house.
watch it. Like when it happens, just like you look over at her where her bed's at. If you hear something strange on the TV and she's heard it and she's looking around, she's starting to shake and she like wanders off. She disappears.
So no war movies at your house.
Well, it just depends. It's certain. I don't know if it's like the frequency
okay.
she hears or whatever. I mean, you could have a gun battle going on and missiles going off on TV,
And not-
it don't affect
not
her.
affect her.
But you get a little chirp or the little air horn. Oh my goodness, that's the other thing.
See, I wouldn't be a good dog owner if that was the case. I'd be wanting to tease her all the time.
Oh no, you'd feel bad. Once you see how bad she shakes,
I'd feel bad.
you'd feel bad.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
You would.
All right.
I don't know.
Unless you're just a terrible person.
Oh,
I mean, it could be.
maybe.
Never know.
Do you not have a heart for animals like dogs and stuff? That's why you don't have them.
No,
You don't
no, I
care?
love them. I actually really like them. Lexi doesn't like them, and so I love her more than I love animals. So
That's a fair move.
it's a real easy decision for me.
It's pretty fair.
You didn't just tell her to deal with it.
Nope.
We're getting a dog.
It's when somebody has an irrational fear, people have this insistent need to try to fix somebody's irrational fear, even if they know it's an irrational fear. And they'll say, well, here, my dog's different. You just come pet my dog. It's just something that people, and it's really, animal people are probably
the worst.
as far as that goes. Like, well, my
terrible.
dog's different, or my cat's different, or mine's different.
No, it's not. It's an animal. Get away.
And so for us, I've content to, I'll pet your dog, I love your dog, and then I'm gonna leave, and I'm gonna have no desire to have that at my house.
Is she as bad as she was?
She knows it's irrational, but she still don't like it. So,
But do you think if you slowly...
see, you're
Got
an
it.
animal person. You're doing it right now.
I'm just asking a question.
I'm saying
You're on the couch right now. I'm asking questions. I just want your opinion.
No, it
I'm
doesn't.
not trying to bring my dog over to your house.
no, it doesn't work. It
even though
does.
she'd love it.
It
It's pretty good.
It does not work.
Jody-
Not for us anyway.
Jody, do you have an irrational fear?
I don't know.
Do you have any rational fears?
I don't know. It was being in a tunnel, being in an MRI.
That's okay.
All right, that's a fear.
I watched a video on YouTube of some guys that was working on. They were divers. They were working some kind of piping. They were working on, and something happened on some kind of suction pulled all the four of them into this tube, and it took them down. They didn't know how far they went. It's a strange story, but like when they woke up, there's just an air pocket that they're in. They don't have their masks. They can't even find their air tanks and all this kind of stuff. One of the guys is knocked out, got a broke leg, and he's in between the guys. They know which way they came through, but they don't know how far in the pipe they are. So they know they can go a little piece. The two guys can't get past the one guy with the broke leg and that's passed out. You got the one guy in front. He's the only one that can go. So he like wanders, and then he realizes he's getting into deeper water. But he found one of their air tanks. So he's going to put it on. And anyway, so he's going to see if he can find a way out. But then the way the pipe goes is it goes down at an angle. So he's going to have to go, head first down in this pipe, and then it's going to end up coming up like this. Anyway, he's got to twist and turn. I really have a hard time even watching this video because it's an animated video telling you what happened. But I don't know. I guess because of my age, there's something about tight spaces now that's really got me, and I cannot imagine going like head first at an angle going down in this pipe that your shoulders is touching both sides, and I don't know. I can't deal with it.
As well as say, it's one of those things. Is
Yeah.
So you're telling me it doesn't make it any better when the doctor says, "Oh, everybody does this. It's fine." Same thing. Same thing. Right there. But
the guy in
you
front
know
of you
how
didn't have a problem at all. You'll be fine.
he even left his phone in his pocket.
Let me tell you how the story ended.
I do.
The one guy
I'm
did-
intrigued by this.
The one guy made it out, and he told him that the other
Forgot
three
to tell the
guys.
other guys.
No, he told that the three guys are still alive down there. Anyway, the company they wouldn't go down and get them. The guys ended up dying down there.
No,
Yeah,
terrible.
yeah,
That's bad stuff.
yeah.
Oh man,
If I can find that story,
what
I'll
kind of
get it.
guilt does the guy that got out feel at that point? Like
Oh, I know. He did. He went to the hospital.
his goal was to go out and get everybody else rescued.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, all right, I'm free. I would imagine. I don't know for certain.
Yeah. So he's assuming he told him all this. You got the rescuers. All this stuff's gonna happen. He's gone to the hospital. Next thing he knows, no, they never went and got those guys, and they died.
Wow, that's terrible.
It's crazy.
That's scary stuff. So they're in an air pocket in the water. Like there was water and.
They were in the ocean at some point. Now,
But I have one question before you go. Would you have been afraid you're going to like mess up the air pocket when you dove out of that area? Like your body changes where the air bubble is? Does that cross? I'm asking.
you talking about where they're surviving at?
Yeah. When you say, all right, I don't put my mask on and I'm about to go, like you could potentially change a shift in.
Yeah. Well, the way they made it seam was probably like maybe a 8-foot section worth of air
Yeah.
in the small. So I mean, no matter what, I don't think he'd have displaced enough.
Okay, that's what I
for
was.
it to affect him. But they even, and I remember now they said they even heard tapping. The guys were tapping from the inside. You know, it's just crazy.
Oh.
Yeah. I need to find that. Let y'all see that.
That's-
I mean, I'll send it to you through text. I'm sure you won't watch it.
Probably not. Definitely won't respond.
Gee golly, thank you very much.
That was
That was doom and gloom.
So what's your fear? I just told you mine.
I don't like snakes at all.
Just bottom line.
Bottom line.
Does it mess you up the rest of the day if you see one?
Mm-hmm.
I used to be like that. I'm not as bad now.
It's on your mind constantly after that, kind of.
I mean, the rest of the day. I mean, it's
Kinda-
not. It's not. I'm not going to sleep at night. But it's like I was cutting grass this past summer, and a chicken snake. I know it was a chicken snake. I know it was a snake. No, it was a harmless snake. Slithered by me when I was on the lawnmower. I didn't cut grass the rest of that day. I said, nope, I'm done.
I understand.
I ain't doing
You
it.
ever seen one climb a tree?
I have not.
I've
But I've seen one chase after me.
I've got you. Have you?
Yeah,
You experienced that?
I've
firsthand?
experienced that firsthand.
My mom had one get loose in her house, and we found it inside the couch. Like it went.
Now
like,
I'm
she had
never
some
sitting on her couch again.
She had a recliner, and it had like worked up inside. Because I had lifted the couch and looked, because my mom said she thought it was under the couch, and when I looked, I didn't see it under there. So I was like, it had to gone somewhere else. And after an hour or two, Mom said, I'm confident it was under that couch, Josh. So I pushed it on over, and when I did, it had gone up one of the walls inside the couch and was kind of stuck holding onto the wall right there.
See, I don't even like talking about.
I don't even want to sit on her recliner.
I'd burn
the
the
love
couch.
seat that
Gone, burnt.
she'll say, you can have a seat. I'm like,
No, thank you.
I mean, there's hesitation. I'm not gonna lie. When you go, the kitchen chair's fine. I'm looking under it, you know.
So I drove down my driveway. As I was coming down it, I saw a snake coming across my neighbor's yard. It was going to be coming across my driveway behind me. So I went down there and parked, and I came back up, to see where it was at. And didn't find it. And then I saw it as beside this tree. And then I'd never seen this. It got on the edge of the tree, and then it just started working its way up the tree. I got
crazy.
my phone out, and I videoed it, and I'll let y'all see that too. But I'd never seen it. Was I stopped. It probably went 40 foot up. I just stopped recording. I was like, I guess it went to the very top.
Raining snakes, buddy.
Yeah.
I've seen it like in Helen, Georgia, where we go to vacation every year. We go and visit that town while we're on vacation. We go tubing down the river. There's always snakes in those trees. So I've seen snakes in trees, but I've never seen them actively moving up. So it's creepy when you just.
Yeah, 'cause
Is that
you
a
don't
branch
wanna-
or a snake? Which
Yeah.
one is it?
You try not to tube underneath the limbs,
Right, you-
just because of that.
Right,
Now, I
exactly.
don't know how often do snakes just normally like fall off on if you're coming by. There is that like a sneak attack?
I don't know.
I don't think they
I've
do.
seen a snake slither in between tubes before.
Yeah.
I mean, like
But don't
from
wouldn't they,
here to the camera, and then.
But-
Oh.
Aren't they going to
Water
stay?
moccasin?
I didn't take time to look at it. I just got out of there.
Woo! I'm out of there.
I think the water moccasins. I think if it's poisonous, it stays on top of the water, and if it's just a water snake, that they can go in. Because I've seen one. Because when I was feeding the fish last year, I just happened to look down there, and you saw it looked like a limb, but half of the body was on the ground, in the water, and then the other half was just sticking up like this and going like with the current. It's just shaking back and forth. I was like, what is that? And it was a snake. And I was like, oh man.
No, thank you.
So I threw rocks at it, scared it off.
We years ago I took an airboat ride in Louisiana. Have I told you all this story
We got
on the
money.
podcast?
He's
I don't
got-
know.
No.
You got money?
I do not.
It was a group tour. There was
Well, that don't
I
mean
think, I
anything.
think we have heard the story. Is this the one where the marshmallows get thrown?
at
At the alligators.
Yeah.
But the
You haven't told us the snake side.
the snake side, yeah. But anyway, same one where we were throwing the marshmallows at the alligators. We had a man on the trip. His name was Barry. Great guy, good friend of mine. 6'6" guy, but he's deathly afraid of frogs and snakes. Just like he loses his mind when this happens. Well, we're on the airboat. It's got 3 rows worth of people on there, and I'm sitting up on the back row. And I've made friends with the guy that's driving the airboat, and he gets us to this area. And they do it, 100 trips a day or whatever. Not individually, but the company does a bunch of trips, and he pulls over and he said, next area, there's low hanging branches. It's very common for snakes to be on there. I'm going to keep the boat off of it the best I can. But he said, if, just be aware, if something were to fall, you just need to grab the snake and throw it off the boat. That's what you need to do.
Whatever.
So everybody on there is already, the guard is high now, I guess what I was going to say. So we have headphones on, and he bumps me and tells me to turn around. So I turn around, and he's got a rubber snake.
Oh, no.
And he goes,
I'd never get back on there.
Kind of winks at me, and he stretched it out, kind of popped it real good. And then he took it and he stood up and he threw it like that, and he threw it at Barry, the one that was death. He had no idea he was deathly afraid of it. But Barry's got a big personality, easy to pick on. They had been going back and forth. And when he throws it, that thing wrapped around it, because he had stretched it, and when he kind of dropped it out, it curled around Barry's, and he climbed all 3 rows. He was on the back row, and I mean, he was like, there were kids on there, and he was using them as,
you lose control.
He wasn't even thinking, and we're dying. The back row knows. We're the only ones that know. Barry was like, I hate y'all. Every one of you, I hate you.
Yeah. But see, I don't
I'd
find
never
that
trust you
funny.
again. I'd never trust you again. No.
You find that funny?
No.
I don't either at all. At all.
Oh,
Nope.
it was funny to me because it didn't happen to me. But
Yeah.
Barry, if he was here today, he'd have a different story and probably still, I hate you, Josh.
So
It wasn't my idea, but I did laugh pretty hard.
So I was asleep in the bed one night, and then I woke up to Amanda saying, Jody, wake up. There's a snake in the living room.
Oh,
And and then later on she told me she knew not to come in there, like scream or whatever, because me being in a deep sleep, I might have got the gun and shot everybody. So
holes in the wall, floor, refrigerator.
But looking back, I can't believe how calm she was. So I went in there, and sure enough, it was on the wall. It was a chicken snake, but we had a square clock on the mantle, and that joker was laying right on top of it, and it was just trying to figure out how to, go higher. All I can guess is it came in through the chimney and came up, but she was on the couch, and she just had, I guess the thing worked its way up, and she just happened to look up. When she did, it was already up there.
You're lucky she didn't shoot a hole in the wall.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
So what do you do?
I don't know.
All right.
You move out.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Well, we had...
I'm thinking you're going to have something you can knock it into, like a stick and a bag.
Right.
A pillowcase and
Because you gotta make sure a pillowcase.
I guess.
Okay. I'm just asking. I know what I did, and
He's
I'll tell you
watched too
what I
many
did. but
Discovery Channel shows.
That's what they use. That's what I was going to
Animal
say.
Planet
It
or
looks
whatever.
like that.
Yeah.
I don't know that I like it. I don't want to be going holding the pillowcase. I want to be one of the poker that's...
You just got to keep in mind, if whatever you do and then you knock it off and it don't go in that pillowcase,
Oh, I know.
now wherever that thing goes up in, like your couch with your recliner you was talking about, game on or game over. I don't know. It just depends on...
For sale sign, like Spencer
Yeah,
said.
just light a match and let it go. Well, I had to get Nicholas involved in this.
Oh, no.
And like a bar stool, because one of us is going to have to stand on it. We got a tote. The totes come in handy. We
Okay,
use a
that's-
tote for everything.
That was
Well,
one of
look
your
at
early
Rubbermaid
episodes.
totes.
Yeah. So we ended up like, I think we got some kind of hoe or something like that too. A poker or something like that. But anyway, so we ended up.
That's longer. I like that idea.
Yeah. But got the tote and basically just slammed the opening of it up against the wall.
All right, now he's trapped.
So now he's trapped, and then got the poker and knocked him down, twisted it up, put the lid on it, and took him outside and killed him.
Good.
So yeah, but that was
One
my
less to
biggest
deal
fear.
with.
If it got loose and got anywhere in the house and disappears, how do you sleep after that?
You don't.
Yeah.
You literally don't.
So this was probably a 30-minute ordeal of me. A lot of it was me just standing there looking at whatever I do, I got to do it the right way, because I cannot take a chance. And then it was like the next year is when Amanda got bit by the copperhead.
Okay,
at the
so this
front.
is
So
this is pre snake bite.
So
That's
it's
why she was able to
So
be
we
calm.
just slowed her, built her up to, the bite. So
Sounds like y'all might need to sell your house. I mean, 2 snakes.
well, we don't
three
use
snakes.
we don't
now?
use the fireplace because the way it is, in the wintertime, the wind off the lake is so bad. When I used to use it, it just constant smoke would come in the house, and it just got bad. So I never used it. So I just sealed it off from the inside. So I mean, nothing. Something can come down in there, but it ain't getting in the house.
You're just gonna have to stay, die in there, and get out.
Yeah,
You put some gas logs in there.
maybe.
That's crazy.
Need to.
Snakes
They're
are
nice.
tough. I don't like them. I don't like them either.
So that's my snake stories. And I'm not telling the one about her getting bit by the copperhead. I mean,
Yeah.
y'all know that, and I don't feel like going into all that.
That's my mom's house was at the end of a cul-de-sac, and so we had snakes pretty regular, black snakes. Most of them were pretty harmless snakes. So I don't like them.
What is it? Black racer? Is that what one of them? Is that what they call?
I don't know.
They'll chase after you,
Well, I don't know. I never had one chase after me.
and then one's like a tail whip. Is that?
I've killed several in my life with a hoe. You know, just when they're sitting there.
I've seen several blow up from a 12 gauge.
No. yeah. I killed a copperhead.
You don't
with
just
a
run over it
22.
with a lawnmower when you saw the one on the lawnmower.
No, because it was in high weeds, and I couldn't
Okay.
get over there with my lawnmower.
I was gonna say I have run over one. It was raised up on the lawnmower. I was riding and it was center mass, like it was gonna attack the lawnmower blades. I was like, "Well, you about to meet something?" And I just paused on top of him. And
I was
Blew chunks of snake out.
You heard him under there for a minute, and then you didn't.
push mowing my granddad's yard one time, and then ran over. There was I was pushing, I was looking down, and then that snake was right there, and I just jumped and did all kinds of. But he was so low, lawnmower didn't do anything to him.
Hey.
He just slithered off.
This one had curled up and kind of had his head up when I got to it. And
No more head.
no, it didn't go well
Yeah, I
for
don't-
him. Next little bit wasn't good for him.
Especially water snakes. I can't tell what's a
I ain't got time to
water
tell because if it's around me, it's going to be dead if I can help it.
They say look at the head or look at the design. On
I don't
want
wanna
to
get that close.
I
I'm not about to study a snake before it bites me.
yeah.
Hold
I'll kill
up,
it.
1 second. Whoa, easy, snake. Get your little snake charmer out.
Yeah.
I got a good friend that his daughter she loves snakes, and
No longer friends.
the mom. So I'm friends with the dad, and he's okay with it. He's just kind of he's a go with the flow kind of guy. But his wife has been adamantly opposed to snakes. But their daughter is just passionate about it. I mean, their social media. She has a new snake she caught in the woods all the time. It's just an ongoing thing. And the other day he posted a picture and he said, "Never thought I'd see this." But his daughter had put the snake like in the mom's hair. Like she had a bun and it was wrapped around, and he said, "I never thought I'd see this." And
I don't know if I'm the mom. I don't know when I'm killing first, the snake or the daughter.
And the mom was
but
okay
the mom
with
was
it?
okay with it. She
Oh,
was
no.
she was
No, thank
she
you.
was consenting to participate. This wasn't an attack on her the way I took it, the post. And I thought,
Do y'all know anybody else that's got a pet snakes? Like got the aquarium type thing?
I don't tend to friend people that have snakes.
I know a couple of guys that have them. I don't know, none of them that I'm saying are like my BFFs or nothing like that. But
But don't you, even if they handle them, can't they still bite you,
Oh,
or
yeah.
don't they still bite you? What does that feel like?
bad.
I mean,
I'm sure.
I just can't imagine, because I'm afraid, like, if I get bit on the ankle, I just have it like the fang is going to get caught, and I'm running, and it's just
Dragging
it's,
behind
it's
you.
hanging on. That's my biggest fear. But then my second biggest fear of me having to put my hand down there and get its mouth off of my ankle.
Ooh. Have you seen the video where the guys are golfing and they
Oh.
they have
tie
they tie a snake to the guy's it's like a paper clip or something, and they clip it to the back, and it's got some fishing line to a rubber
so
snake,
funny.
and he takes off running.
saw one
and it's
of-
chasing him, and he's rolling down the next little hill. And
One guy, like, he fell over onto the golf cart, like, really, it's an older guy. Looked like he really got hurt, whatever, but it is bad.
did you laugh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But it is funny.
Evil.
Yeah.
We're evil.
Well, how would
people.
you be?
Oh, I'm. If it was on me, I would fall down. I
Oh,
know
yeah,
it.
if you're saying that thing's chasing me, every time I look back, he's still right there, Yeah.
Oh,
I don't like
That's
that.
an idea for Spencer. Next time we
Me and
go
Spencer
golfing.
Y'all do that, I'm moving out.
He would.
I'm moving back to Georgia.
he would hate it. He'd be over it in a hurry.
Oh, that would be funny.
We would not have three wheels on this podcast anymore.
It would be motorcycle. Oh goodness,
Eric would be a full-time fill-in.
Would he?
I
Yeah, you would take it that bad if we did that?
I don't play with snakes.
Well, that's not a snake.
I don't play with anything that resembles a snake.
You wouldn't be a good sport about it?
What if I came to your house when you're sleeping and put a big tube over you? Would you be a good sport about it when you woke up? I don't think so.
I would have never thought of that. I'm gonna bring a big tube over to your house. I'm gonna get you.
You're laying in bed, and all of a sudden a piece of giant PVC slides under you in the bed, and you're just covers and all.
Yeah, my phone goes flying.
He's banging on the outside of it. Oh, goodness.
Wouldn't make you happy.
Oh, man. Why can't you calm your brain down in those moments? I mean, we all have different things.
What was your irrational fear?
I guess for me, it's probably being deep in the water. Like not being able to see underneath me, the idea of it being hundreds of feet deep, and
Don't like that.
that's not
So you're saying like you're on the surface, or you're swimming on the surface,
Yeah.
and knowing that you got 200 feet of water underneath it.
it's a little
That trips you
unsettling.
out.
Yeah, it's a little unsettling for me.
Intimidating.
Yeah. I don't
Is
like
it the is
And
it the
why-
factor of not knowing what's down there?
No, it's
Or is it
more
just-
that I'm not a super strong swimmer, and so the idea of drowning sounds terrible.
It's crazy to me that like everybody has these irrational fears, but everybody's is different. Like mine's snakes, yours is water, yours is MRIs,
Yeah, it's a-
or confined spaces.
Yeah.
That's strange because I can do MRIs perfectly fine. I can swim in deep water perfectly fine. Don't bother me. But give me a snake, I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So the snake, I don't like it in the moment, but it's not a lingering feeling much for me other than that one couch scenario.
But it's almost not
25
either.
years ago.
Maybe it's a bigger deal than I thought.
It's not like
Apparently mine's deep water and snakes.
some things
deep water snakes.
you grow out of when you're young. You know, you kind of a lot of things
Like
you will.
storms or
I
something
would say
like
like
that.
lightning was a big one for
Yeah,
me when I was a
it's,
kid.
it's almost like food. You know, certain food you don't like when you're young because you're afraid to try and stuff, but then you eventually do. I guess you could use that as an example. But like with me, I have never had a problem with confined spaces. Never. It's just a new thing. Now, where does this come from? I don't know.
So is it just the MRI or all confined spaces?
It's, I guess because now, like I'm talking about that pipe those guys was in, and to me, it's like really stressed me out just thinking about that. So it's going to be all confined. I mean, if I could probably, I can go under a house if I had to and fix like a water leak, and no problem like that. But I
you think? Or
no,
you know?
yeah, it don't even bother me to think about that.
Okay.
But if I just think about a tube or any kind of thing, especially if it's like a pipe and it's going like downward and I'm going head first, to me that's just a huge fear.
If it's touching me on both sides, I'm feeling claustrophobic. But if, like under the house, I've gotten into some pretty tight spaces that, you know, as a big guy, it's probably not as tight as other people would think. But anyway,
I think the MRI, I think with it is just, I still have this feeling that there's a piece of metal somewhere in me that's going to be ripped out because of that stupid magnet.
that's what I wondered if it
think
had
that's
something
I think that's
to
what
do with just the MRI.
Yeah. And then the phone didn't help when that happened. So,
Just kind of scarred you a little bit more.
yeah.
So what about crowds? Do they drive y'all, like, does that affect your claustrophobia or does it bother you? Like, if you're in a space where it's like just jammed in shoulder to shoulder, we're talking thousands of people.
I mean, I don't like it.
I think.
And y'all are doing the
it's-
shuffle as a crowd where it's like the crowd is moving.
I don't like it, and especially in today's world where you never know what people are going to do. And you, like, in the back of my brain, I always think the worst situation when I get in a big crowd. Like, man, somebody could take out a lot of people right now. And so that kind of freaks me out a little bit, but not really to the fact where I don't want to be in a crowd at all ever.
I've been in one crowd in recent years, and like the whole group was moving, and I was a group leader with the crowd I was with, and I was just trying to keep up with everybody. That became an intimidating place for me in that moment
See,
because I mean it was packed in.
I don't think like claustrophobic in a with a bunch of people. I think it's just the social atmosphere that bothers me. I just don't like being
I agree.
that many
I
people.
agree
I'm
with
like,
that.
I'd rather not.
You'd
You know,
rather
that's all it is with me. Yeah,
just no crowds, no big crowds.
No, try not to.
What do you consider a big crowd?
4. That's why I'm okay with us 3.
When we bring a guest in, you're like, whoa.
Yeah,
Easy.
uncomfortable. When we had to record the other evening with somebody else sitting
Yeah.
right here, I had issues.
It was getting packed in here.
Breathe.
I was like, yeah.
Had a paper
Anybody
bag.
else
in the
having
corner.
trouble breathing?
Happy thoughts.
It's hot in here. Can we get the air? That's crazy.
I don't, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, just depends on
Okay.
the
Well, it
situation.
depends on where you're at.
What size of space?
What
you're
size
in.
is like outside? You can put me out there with 500 folks in a space that's as big as the field next to us. I'm good with that. I can walk around. I can still mingle.
Yeah.
But if you put 500 folks in like a room the size of where we go to church at,
Yeah.
no, thank you. That kind of stresses me out a little bit.
It does making you feel.
Makes me feel a little uncomfy.
But
When I can't move further than like 2 foot in any direction and not hit somebody, that starts to get me.
But mine is like, I've told y'all before, I try and avoid people. And I'm not trying to be mean or anything like that. It's just who I am. So that's part of it too. That's another uncomfortable issue of
You're
being
like, I
around
can't-
people. I was like, I
Can't keep on bumping into people.
Yeah. I don't
Okay.
know.
I know I talked to somebody the other day that was sharing something very genuine, very serious about their anxieties and that kind of stuff. And the ceiling height in the room affected that person. And I would have thought low ceilings would have caused it to feel more confined, but actually the higher the ceiling, the more intimidating the space was for them. And so that was a unique one. I had never seen it that way,
crazy.
but it was, and it's in that irrational. It's not going to be hey, let me talk you through this. Let me explain why that's better for you. Like, I don't care. Spencer, the snakes are fine. Josh, there's nothing in that deep water. The MRI won't hurt you. Like, forget it. We're done.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, it was different.
Yeah.
It was unique.
Let me get them short roofs. I would build my house 6 foot roofs. That's all I need. 6 feet, just enough so I can scratch my head on the ceiling.
Did you know?
Could y'all work in a mine? Even though you don't really have a problem with confined spaces, but
I don't know.
thinking of all that
Thinking of
earth
going
that's up
deep,
above
yeah,
you,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
I've
know.
never had that experience or even thought about doing that, so I don't know if I could do it or not.
I was told recently of one mine where they had water that was like just dripping from the ceiling because there was a water source that was up above them that they knew was there. It was like they were conscientious of the way they were mining in that area. I don't think I could have done that. I don't think I could have done it.
See, if you get something in my mind, like if the dripping might not have bothered me, but if you said, there is a underground river, that
yeah,
comes
that's
through,
what it was. Exactly. That's exactly what was happening.
No, thank you.
That was exactly what had happened. There was a.
Would you be able to lay down on one of those carts they take down to drive in, and you're just staring at the
I
ceiling the whole
don't. I
time?
don't know. I'm thinking not. I don't think. So.
I think that would trip me out.
The elevator ride down, I might could handle.
I think the
But-
elevator's fine.
I think the being under there and just knowing I'm hundreds of feet, and now that you got this idea that there might be a company that might not come get me, you added that wrinkle to my mind.
So you're talking about laying down, riding in, like I know all of them aren't like that, but a lot of them are. So is it worse if it's how high you think that is?
4 foot.
Okay, 4 foot. But let's say you can see, 100 feet on each side of you. Does that make a difference?
Nope.
Or
That actually made it
say
worse than
now,
my
That made it scarier.
just because of everything falling in on top of
Now
it?
you got
so.
monsters in the dark.
So would you be good if it's just like a small, like a 10-foot little entrance that y'all are on, a little track? It's 4 foot tall, 10 foot wide.
I still don't. I don't know.
If there's a set of stairs beside me, all of a sudden I feel better. If there's like I can get out of this cart and start walking.
All right, a tunnel. How about a tunnel? There's an underground tunnel
That lets me get back out.
that takes you where we're at right now. We can go down. We can go underneath the highway and come out the other side.
That don't bother me.
Oh, I'd like that.
That's kind of cool. Actually,
It was just the down, 600, 700, 1,200, never how far
You
down
don't like
they're
that
going.
distance.
Apparently, it's the deep things for me. Thanks, Jody.
He's worried about the ring of fire down there. The
This-
ring of fire.
Bad dreams tonight.
I know.
All this on your mind.
I was thinking,
You just
I
have
said
deep- you
thank
just
you
have
because
deep-
you're my therapist.
you just
have
I'm
deep
still on the
thoughts.
couch. That's right.
So-
I'm a deep thinker.
Deep thinker.
All
over
right.
here.
We've got somebody that we know that was on a submarine in the military. I guess Navy. In
Yeah.
that Navy?
Navy.
Yeah. And I don't know how many years
It wasn't the Air
he
Force.
was. Yeah. Thanks.
Welcome.
So
long
could you do
time.
that?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Especially being he had to duck everywhere he went,
Yeah.
like just walking around. Whoop. Watch out.
Is that how it goes?
Make that noise every time.
Oh, and their tours were long, like
60 days.
60 days. Is that what it was?
Something like that.
90,
60 to 90
days.
Yeah,
At a
not
time?
surfacing, right?
Yeah.
And I'm saying, you're underwater for that whole time. That'd trip you out.
You hear that thing creak in the middle of the night, and you feel you sense the pressure is on the.
You hear some popping.
Your ears start popping.
Ooh, no, thank
Uh-oh.
you. It'd be hard. I think if you're focused on what you're doing, I think it'd be the downtime that would get you. The work hours probably wouldn't be too bad if you were on task. It'd be all right, now I'm just gonna go chill in my bunk bed and
Stay busy.
No fresh,
Those bunks ain't big anyway.
no fresh air, no big room, no go shoot some basketball. No, I mean everything's small. I
Do you think if it's-
it'd get me then?
If it's like hallways that you're going through, it'd be a little bit easier. But if you could see like the shape of the submarine as you're walking through, do you
You
think
see
that
the
would?
curved wall. And you
Yeah, wouldn't that? Yeah, I think that would bother you. Because then you might feel like you're just in a building. If you just have a long corridor that's kind of narrow in a way. Maybe like you're on a train or something.
Shout out to those guys that do that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'd hate to find out that I couldn't do it when I'm down there.
Oh,
Well, we got to go back up. And
So
let
do
Jody out.
they have a training mission before they get sent off to their different stations?
There's
submarine
gotta be
training?
Surely there's gotta be
there's-
some-
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna put you in a
all right.
100-foot pool.
All right.
We're going down.
Yeah.
We'll see y'all in 6 weeks. I did talk to some friends of ours that do mining, and they said but when you got hired on at the mine, there was like a 7-day training period. You went to all the classes, and then they'd say, all right, we're going to send you to the mine, and you're going to get to work. Well, they've changed some of that over the years now, apparently, because they had so many people that would go through the 1 week, and they'd pay you while you're doing all your training and stuff, and then go into the mine, actually go down there where they're at, and
Couldn't
just
do it.
like, I got to take that elevator back up. I'm done. I won't get out of here. So now part of the first day's training is let's take them down there so they can go ahead and weed the program a little bit sooner instead of investing a week of training and then, it turns out Jimbo can't handle it. So
Yeah, they might could handle the job. They just couldn't handle where they're at.
yeah, it was
So,
just the physical
yeah, it would
location.
need to be the first day. We're going to take you down and see what you think.
Let you get a look
Yeah.
around, let you see what it's like
Yeah.
when that train leaves and it's just you down here. That's scary stuff.
Couldn't do it.
You couldn't do the mining?
If you had to, if there's no other job available and you've got to be a miner,
I'd like to think
guess
to
I'd be in
support my
trouble.
family. I'd try to
know.
find a way to put it out of my mind where I'm at and get to work.
and maybe after a while,
Maybe
you'll be
you
like,
used to
oh,
it.
this ain't nothing.
I mean,
Until you see a rock slide or something.
yeah,
And then
that's,
you'll be like, maybe this ain't for me.
Ooh. Our friend had a rock fall from 600 feet. Y'all know about that story? He had a rock fall. There was a big cave in there in the mine they were in. I think he said it was like 500 or 600 feet up, and the rock fell. And when it came down, it hit a rock pile and ricocheted. And when it hit him, it was turned sideways, and it hit just above his knee and just below his knee, and just exploded his knee. The doctor had told him, like, took a couple of things. If it hadn't hit that rock pile, if it had hit him, obviously it had killed him. And if the rock hadn't hit him broad, it hit him broad instead of flat. He said if it had hit him flat, it would have went through his leg. But anyway, they had to put his whole knee and stuff back together.
That's crazy.
So,
Would that be your last day on the job?
oh, you would have thought. And, you'd think you might own the mine, too. I'm just thinking. But I don't think he don't think that even crossed his mind.
Yeah.
Good folks. Man. How do we get to mining?
With confined spaces.
We went from being in a MRI to swimming in some deep water to running from snakes.
I don't know, what other confined space is there?
What about think about firefighters, like going into a burning house? It might not necessarily be a confined space, but I bet it feels like one when all the smoke's above you.
Because you're feeling around.
Yeah, you just have to feel around. How would that make you feel?
I'm nervous.
I think that dealing with that, the part of that job would be like you're feeling around to see if survivors trying to find somebody that's in there what I tell you this, it'd go back to just like the divers that go in looking for bodies and they're in like the murky water that you can't see anything.
Yeah.
All they're doing is feeling around and trying. I could not imagine feeling around and then finding a person. That's what would bother me.
That's
Well, then you still have the risk of the roof caving in on you, though. Like you still have that cold mining feeling.
I think I've got the person on my mind that could possibly be in there, other than the.
I think
smoke and-
I think I feel like your adrenaline will carry you through that moment. You have a job. And your job is to get them out.
I think you got so much going on, just like the
Yeah.
heat. I think there's so much heat in there too that a lot, some of this other stuff's out of your mind. Maybe the safety side of it. You're not.
See, I think you have more adrenaline as a firefighter than a coal miner.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
And so
Absolutely.
your adrenaline is going to fuel you to do a little bit more.
yeah.
Ooh. Goodness.
I think I could do it. Then I think I could be a firefighter. I think it'd be fun. Not carrying people out, but the putting out fire.
Yeah.
Volunteer crew? Or you want to do it full time?
No.
Be a full time and don't be a volunteer.
If I could, I'd be the full time. But I would also be a full time pilot.
Didn't
Does
Didn't he-
that not trip you out either? Being in a plane where you're locked in,
He hadn't thought about it. You
no,
unlocked a new
I
pier
think
for him.
because you can see out.
you can see out.
I mean, I don't know how to explain this. I can see out when I'm in a tube. Kind of, I can look down at my feet and I see out. I don't know.
Jody said, I don't want to fly now. Do you like flying
No.
anyway? Is that
Yeah. I mean, it's fine.
okay. I don't
It's
like
always in the back of your mind about crashing. Of course,
I don't
but
like flying that much. So where Spencer wants to be up there, I'm going to do it to get where I'm going, but I don't have a desire. Just like somebody said, hey, Josh, you want to go up with me today? I'd have no problem saying, nah, I'm good.
In my mind,
I'd say yes every time.
I know.
it's
Shout
always
out.
it's that story about the first time flyer, which would be me, crashed and burned with the with the pilot that went up to see whatever. I'm always that story. We say
Freak accident
trouble finds
happens.
me or I find trouble. Yeah, it's going to be that freak accident.
We don't know.
So would you
what
ever
happened.
skydive?
I think I would like to do that, but
I
I
think
don't
it'd be
know.
fun.
Yeah, but the whole thing again in the back of my mind.
I'd rather do it inside the indoor skydiving first,
Well, of
just
course,
to
yeah.
feel it out.
Yeah. But I'm that one to where the guy chute doesn't, deploy right, and then now he's having trouble cutting it loose so we can get the other one out, and I'm just along for the ride.
I don't know that I don't know if I could work the nerve up now to skydive out of a plane. I could do the indoor skydiving. I don't think that would be a major fear for me at all. I don't think. I mean, I may get there and go, turns out I don't like it, but I don't know that now I'd jump out of a plane unless I had to.
Well, it's just like flying. It's like the more you do it, the more chances of something happening. The
Just
way
like
I look
driving
at
your
it.
car.
Yeah.
The more you do it, the more chances you got at having a wreck.
Scary stuff.
I just don't like that idea of when you're going down. You want to go down? I mean, the engine's gone out. Engine one, gone. Then you're going down. You want to go down slow, or do you want to do that nosedive?
Well, I want to go down slow. I want to give us a fighting chance at the end here.
Oh, I'm pulling the door out and we're just going flying.
It's just
You gonna jump?
Yeah.
he's gonna.
I'm gonna slide.
He's
The
gonna
slide that
grab the
pops
raft.
out. I'm just gonna grab it off and just use it as my parachute.
Well, it's that pain thing
You
that
got
I'm
that-
thinking. You want to go slow to where you're taking out every treetop and you're feeling every treetop as it's ripping your limbs
Well,
off.
if you're saying we know
As the
the
trees are
end-
ripping your limbs off.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, and I just want to go, nose dive and just don't feel nothing.
End it.
No.
See, that's what y'all are here for.
doom and gloom.
Yeah.
Look at there. Oh, goodness, that's crazy stuff. All right, we got other things we got to announce. Anything we got to tell people?
I don't know.
Don't get in an airplane. Don't get in an MRI. Don't get in deep water.
Don't play with snakes.
Don't live your life, apparently, because we're telling you not to do anything.
Just go
We got
sit
a
in a room
bubble.
and hide.
We're selling bubbles. Turns out we've got a new thing. These inflatable bubbles that'll keep you safe.
Until you get toxics in the air.
Sorry. Just
Then you're
kidding.
dead. Just like everything else.
Oh, so you might as well go play with snakes.
I was gonna say, so at what point do
swim in the
for real
deep
though, like, at
water?
what point do we just say, okay, this is an irrational fear? Like I'm gonna die somehow, some way.
Oh, if you let all of them set in, you can't do anything.
Right.
You'll be scared to do anything.
You
You just
can't-
got to pick and choose your irrational fears.
You just gotta.
We were talking about that ball. The ones that you get in and you can ride in and it bounces around down the hill and all that stuff. Did y'all see a few years ago? It's on this mountaintop where they went down this course and you bounced around. Well, it went off the the side of the little barricade that it had, and it went off the side of the mountain?
No, I did not.
Yeah, and killed I think it was 2 people that was inside.
Wow.
And they're trying to stop it.
No
You
fear.
see these.
Unlocked.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I saw somebody had a meme of one recently for youth pastors and said, "Hey, why did we have to sign those permission slips? You know, why did we have to do that for our kid?" And it showed the kids running down, and the youth pastor's in the orb or whatever. It says, "Go, I'll give you a head start." And then they push him, and he's mowing them down as he goes down the hill, just
That'd be fun.
running over them.
Dodge the ball.
Right.
Oh goodness. I have seen some of those water slide ones though, where people get out of the water slide. Have y'all seen that? Like it's an open tube and people will come up and kind of hit the side of it and grind on it.
Oh, yeah. I thought those
Hit their-
things were designed to where none of that's supposed to happen at all. How does it eventually just happen?
And the ones I saw were in other countries and
Oh,
stuff,
well,
so
that
maybe
makes
different
sense.
regulations or whatever. But these didn't have.
They weren't American.
They didn't have very high walls, so I mean, there was one where a guy's back was just scrubbing on it, and I thought, that had to hurt.
What about the ones where now they've got them ramping? You know, you're coming down this water
Oh,
slide.
I've seen
and they're-
those. Those
yeah,
are- those
you
look
go
terrifying.
way high.
Those look
And
terrifying.
Every one of them, you land on your back, or at least every one I've seen.
There's always 3 of them there. There's a short one, a medium, and a big one.
Would you do
Always.
it?
I think so.
Oh, would you?
Or what about the inflatable where you got like a couple of guys that jump on it? You're like sitting on the edge
the
of the
blob?
inflatable. I don't know what, and,
what
you
they're
have,
called.
and then it just throws you up in there.
I don't think I want to do
I
that.
watched.
I've never done that, but I don't think I want to.
No, you go way too high.
I don't think I'd
Way
do the
too-
ramp either.
I don't think it's weight. I think it's my back's gonna hurt from the air just throwing you up.
I don't like that feeling of falling. You know, when it gets your stomach. I don't want that.
See, that's kind of
The
fun
go-
sometimes.
the go-
Fun? That's not fun. When it won't go
You know,
away.
like a roller coaster, like when you're at the top and then all of a sudden you just lose, like you're just floating there for a second. That's fun.
Do you like roller coasters? I mean, pre-neck surgeries and that kind
yeah,
of stuff.
yeah. I mean, it's okay. I didn't do.
I mean,
a
I'm
lot.
imagining
I didn't-
now that's not on the list of.
Yeah, I
things you
didn't do the ones that just all the twists and all that kind of stuff.
Those were the
Yeah,
best.
I know. I wasn't willing to stand in. There's another thing called patience that
There
I
you
don't
go.
have,
Oh.
so I couldn't stand in line for an hour and a half.
And there's more than 4 people in line usually.
There you go.
yeah.
Typically.
So
I'm headed to Orlando in the spring, and I'm see if I can ride some of the ones that take you upside down. See if I can still take it. I don't know.
I can only do one a day now.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I get a headache afterwards immediately.
Well, we'll find out in spring for me what I can do. I'll be chaperoning some kids down there. My kids don't like it. I'm gonna ask to chaperone some kids that do.
take them.
Say, I love you guys. I will see y'all tonight. I'm gonna go take these
I'm gonna
group.
go ride this roller coaster.
And I may be sick after one and just have to sit. Say, I'll be at the end of the line, guys. Y'all just come
I'll be
check
at the
in.
ice cream shack.
Y'all come check in with me when you get out of line.
That's funny.
See, it's not worth that either. Taking the chance of just being sick, not feeling good.
That's why you always
dizziness,
save it to
all
the
that
end.
kind of stuff. Is that right?
You save it to the end so you can just go lay down and just knock out.
But if you got other rides, you just that spin and do all that kind of stuff.
See, I don't do the
Eventually
spinning
it takes
rides.
it. Yeah.
Like the Gravitron was always a big one
Yeah.
at the fair back home.
The other one just spins
It,
and you
it
go up
throws you
against
against
the wall.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm okay with that one.
The one that the cars that get slung around the little track thing. There was one at the fair. There's one at the other places too, but don't like those either. I don't like just going in circles for no reason.
What about, have you ever done like a moonshot kind of thing where they pull you down and then just launch you
Like
up?
the slingshot type deal, like
Yeah.
at the beach. I've never
No,
done-
not that. Not necessarily that one. This was more.
Or the one like at Six Flags where you're around the tube and it just takes you up and then drops you a little bit and
Yeah.
takes you back up. Oh, those are fun.
Now there's one in Huntsville that's kind of like that, but it's reversed. You get on the ring, it's same kind of design, but it pulls you down and kind of charges it up
And then shoots you back up.
because you're at the space station. It's like
That'd
you're
be
being
kinda cool.
launched, and so you go up, and then like once you run out of energy, it brings you back down.
I could do that.
It's fun.
That'd be fun.
I rode it 3 or 4 times because there was no line. They just let us kind of put that thing on repeat. It was
Speaking of space, did y'all watch the rocket come back down?
That was so cool.
I don't know how about
Get
that.
caught?
They said, yeah, they call it chopstick.
That was pretty
That was
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I watched
They
the
nickname it Jackie Chan.
there was a guy that was recording it, and he's like, "It's coming too fast. It's coming too fast. They're not going to make it." And then sure
It's
enough,
always
it
that
makes
guy.
it.
See, but those are one of those videos that's so unbelievable it looks fake.
It does. It looked
know?
a little AI to
Yeah.
me. That video,
We'll never know.
but it was pretty cool.
Every video I've watched of it so far, everybody's cussing.
Oh, really?
You know, yeah, because they're excited.
Yeah.
You know, they're just dropping all kinds of words.
I don't
out there
know
'cause
that the
they're
one
so-
I was trying to remember if this one had cuss words in it or
Do you
not.
cuss when you get excited?
Oh, all the time.
Not typically a problem in my life.
I'm so excited right now. I've come close. I'm holding back.
Hooray!
I don't know. I mean, did you get excited? Do you feel the need to start cussing?
I do not.
Oh no,
That's not a problem in my face,
Yeah.
I guess.
I think we do.
not-
Yeehaw, don't we? When we get excited.
What about when you're angry? Are you tempted to cuss then?
Oh yeah.
What about you, Spencer?
I mean, okay, we can get back to this. We can get deep here with this. The 4-letter words, not necessarily, but the attitude of your heart, deceitfully wickedness, yes.
All right, just gonna say something that's just
Biscuits.
Just-
I mean, we literally any word out there, but the attitude of it, yeah.
yeah. I got you.
We can, but I'm not going. I don't typically struggle with the 4-letter words.
He uses the longer cuss words.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree with the heart posture.
And sometimes it's just a grunt, like you just like one of those is sometimes a little.
Well, that's when
angry.
you hit something, like your
That's when
toe or
you're-
something.
Boom! You hit your
Oh,
thumb with
yeah.
a hammer. That's a grunt.
Yeah, I don't know that that's a. I don't know that you're. I'm not necessarily in that moment. I'm just trying to figure out
Not
what
cry.
happened. Yeah, I know. Just
That's fine.
what in the world?
Oh no!
Goodness. The other day, Jody had an occasion where he was doing so good with the hammer, and then somebody said, "Man, you're doing a good job," and it got in your head, didn't it?
Well, I said I can't believe. So what is? I can't. How are you
I
doing
can't
that?
believe
How
you're
are
not hitting your thumb. or
Yeah,
something.
that's what it was. And then I just like stopped.
Really?
And I just looked at it. I was like, you really had to say that?
All of a sudden,
I did hit I hit twice after y'all didn't see it. I tried to be a man, but it hurt.
I was gonna say I saw it go. You go. Now it's in my head. Now I'm thinking
Yeah.
about it.
That was gonna happen.
Oh goodness, I got tickled at that one. That was funny.
All right. Y'all got anything else?
You got something else?
I asked you first.
We're once a week now.
Once a week.
I got a text about that today.
Did you?
There
Break
was a-
somebody's heart?
They were disappointed.
I hate that.
They said, "You don't have one to drop today?" I said, "No,
Listen
life's
to
busy.
it twice.
So life's busy."
Hey, shout out to whoever was listening and looking forward to one.
That
Thank
was
you.
my brother.
Oh, thanks,
Shout
Cole.
out Cole.
Appreciate it.
Well, we hate it. But that's the way it is for right now. Everybody's busy. I mean, everybody's got a busy life. When you start, and we've talked about this before, when you get 3 guys together that's got families and all that stuff, and then you're trying to set a time to do this thing right here, it's difficult.
It is.
You know,
it
this is not
When
our-
we went to 3, it was hard.
Yeah.
It got hard in a hurry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't really.
I think we can get back to 2. Honest to goodness, I think we can find a rhythm to
Oh
2.
yeah, give me
again.
a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I think we can
let
find
us
that.
get past this little thing we got going on, and then just things maybe slow down.
You say this thing called Christmas?
This thing called Christmas.
Is that what you said?
Let me get
Yeah.
to January. Let me make it there.
January, we're looking forward to it.
And then maybe. But yeah, the whole 3, I don't know how we did 3. Well, it was still new, too.
We were dedicated.
You know, we were more
Well,
dedicated.
dedication.
Well, we're still
We shortened
dedicated.
them up a little bit during that
Yeah.
time, too.
Yeah.
That helped out.
But like today, we're not even recorded on the normal day. We don't have a normal day anymore.
We didn't. Well, our normal day got stolen.
Yeah.
By
You
life.
want to say why we're here recording on a different day?
Why are we here on a different day?
You tell me.
I don't know. You tell me.
Because the other one we recorded wasn't working.
Just take 2.
There's another one in the burn pile
There's one in
somewhere.
there's one in the blooper reels that if you pay us $20 a piece, you can see it.
That'll be on our Patreon. If
That'll
you
be
hear it.
$60 to the
Yeah,
whole
if
crew.
you think it's worth listening to. I don't know if I'll speak for myself. My heart wasn't in it that day. I tried.
My brain was in other areas too.
Your brain was gone.
I was
My
gone.
heart was gone.
I was
You
perfectly
shine.
there. I was there.
You shine.
I'm just
Josh is the
kidding.
golden little child
I
here.
think I'm the one that tanked Jody's headspace beforehand. I'm the one that shot it, and
My head was already spinning.
But we had a decent subject, but just leading into that subject didn't work out. And like halfway through, it's like,
was
what are we
tough.
doing?
I don't know. It was a bad spot.
Ain't that weird how that happens though?
Well, there's one good thing out of all that is there was unity in our group when we all conceded. To quote Spencer, "This is trash."
You know what? The funny thing about it too is like we just hit the end button. I turned it off and we just walked away. We didn't put
Nobody
anything
talked,
up.
we just left.
Yeah, we didn't like wrap up mics. I didn't take the recorder home, nothing like that. It's like just leave it.
We'll figure
Forget
this
it.
out later.
Forget it. Yeah,
I
we didn't
hate
even talk
podcasting.
afterwards.
I hate it.
We usually walk out in a hallway and we talk for 5
Why don't
or
we always
10
talk
minutes.
right there?
I don't know.
That's so weird.
I know. But then nowadays we like
That's usually the
basically
best
like, bye.
best content's out in the hallway.
Well, I did have a meeting. I was walking right to. That's why I left you, in a hurry.
You were, yeah, kind of.
I was preoccupied. I was,
That was the night I went to bed at 7:30. So
What was it?
yeah,
man, that was nice.
I rode home.
I was still in
I
the
was-
meeting at 7:30.
Yeah, I was thinking about this the whole way home, and I was like, "What are we gonna do?" I
Well,
was like, "Are we
we
really gonna
fixed
put
it.
we're
that
gonna
out?"
re-record. What we're gonna do? We're gonna have
Take two.
podcast gold.
Take
it was
two is
good
pretty
stuff
good
today.
today.
I enjoyed it.
I did too.
I think it's time to go though.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Check us out on YouTube. Isn't that right, Spencer?
yes, sir. Give
Are
us
we-
a subscribe.
TikTok.
TikTok. I don't even know the TikTok name, but it's out there. Look for the,
Facebook.
look
I bet
for
it's
the
Three
logo.
Wheels No
Yeah.
Direction.
But there's a couple little underscores in there somewhere.
Instagram.
Yep, Three Wheels No Direction. Look for that logo. Give us a like.
Yeah.
Share us with your friends.
Go to YouTube and TikTok and watch that dog video and
Rough
put a
rough.
comment like everybody else.
Just make sure it's positive because we don't like
Yeah.
haters.
Yeah, doom and gloom.
Jerks.
They threw it back at me.
Man,
I had
Dang.
another one.
Did you?
I had another one.
We gotta have a hater. A hater.
I know. It's
At
slow.
least a short.
Look, it slowed down. Now this one, you know, the armadillo. I thought
Oh,
we was,
yeah.
I thought we was leaving, but apparently not.
apparently not.
You know, we used
Some
to do
days
this.
it just comes out.
You know, the first like 20 episodes we did this, we ended it and we never would. We just keep going and going.
That's right.
But I'm
That
bringing
was
it
the
back.
good ones.
Bringing it back.
That was the good ones.
Yeah, the
You're
armadillo.
gonna ask us a question too.
Yeah, the armadillo that I poked with a stick.
Yeah.
You know, well, that video's out there. I've had it on.
That armadillo didn't do nothing to you, Jody.
It's
You
on-
just out there poking
yeah.
him with a stick.
It's on.
I can't
It's
believe
on
you.
our.
How would you
Tick-
feel if someone came into your house and
Listen,
poked you?
it's on our TikTok. All right, and so
Been there for like months.
yeah, it's had like 500 views.
Okay.
Been there for months. We've got like 16,000 views in a week and a half.
Oh, they saw you with the dog and then saw you with the armadillo.
And,
and it was
oh, and
on.
it's like, that's what I'm saying. It's like,
If you don't
what-
see one next week, we got canceled,
Yeah.
folks.
that, I thought the one with the dog with the water meter lid on his neck was bad. This one right here, these people are crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Should have told them to come get it and put it in their yard.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Armadillo. Golly. That's
Check it
hilarious.
out, though. Read the comments. I had to get rid of some of them. I had to
Oh,
delete
delete
some
'em.
of
Had to
Yeah,
clean
you
'em
can't-
up.
Yeah,
Oh.
we can't have filth out there.
That's right.
All right. Thanks for listening.
That's right.
I thought y'all might say
no.
something after that.
I was waiting on
I was
you
waiting
to
to fill it
cue
up.
Spencer.
Oh, you may do that?
You're fixing
Why don't
cue
you do
Spencer.
it this
No,
time?
you do it.
Really?
You do it. You do it so good.
Listen to our next episode. You know why? Because you might hear Spencer say,
Get over it. Just kidding. Bye.